like nasty, deep rooted, disgusting, ratchet, like talking about the reality of the things that I've been seeing. And I'm going to be talking about some predictions that I think that are going to be going on in the future. Also, I'm going to be switching over my Discord to another server. The reason why I am doing that is because there was a few people who decided to mention the Discord on other platforms after I asked it not to happen. I just want to say that if you publicly tell the people who are going to be moving over to the new Discord, you're going to be banned if you ever publicly speak about the Discord. And when I say banned, I mean banned forever. That means that your IP address will never ever be allowed to be on my Discord, and there's nothing that you can do to get back in. You cannot pay me $1,000 and you still won't be able to get in. I'm about the protection of Black women, period, especially the ones who are in my Discord, because I do speak to them a lot. Not as of lately, because I've been super busy with the projects I've been doing. But yeah. Shout outs to everybody who participated and thank you, Mika. I appreciate you. I love you so much. I just saw what you sent me. Love you. You joined the Discord. I will be launching it off probably tomorrow. Where I'm going to be opening the new Discord up, the new server. It's a new name. It's going to be a surprise. It's actually going to be the name of my the new podcast that I'm going to be doing on Patreon. I just kind of want to say shout outs to everybody who participated in the freaking Clubhouse today when we were talking about how hip hop destroyed a Black woman's image. We actually had a big major producer in the room, and he actually sent me like a big long letter and how he was going to take the feedback that he took from all the ladies in the room. And I mean, this guy had almost over 600,000 people on Instagram. And he said he was going to take that feedback that he got from the women, and he was glad that he was able to speak to women about it. And he didn't realize that women were so passionate. So he is going to talk to people about it. Yeah. So it was a very, 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 very great room. I'm glad that all the women and the Black women allies stayed on 10 toes down on boycotting hip hop, period. That's going to be my new thing. Hip hop needs to be boycotted until they know how to respect Black women and stop calling Black women throat babies. Black women are not throat babies. They're Black women. The Patreon, I will link it at the end of this YouTube video. Who was the producer? Hold on, wait. Let me find out who he was. Yeah, he was actually really famous. Hold on, wait. Let me find his name right now. I got you. Let me see. Oh, his name is Ninth Wonder. Yes. Thank you, Gwendolyn. I appreciate you. Ninth and Crate. Oh, yeah, Crate was in there too. I totally forgot he was on stage. It brought a lot of. Thank you, Shauna Lane. How are ya? How are you? I have to reach out to you, Shauna Lane. Thank you so much for all the information you sent me, Shauna. I love you so much. It's so funny because as I sent you that, I was the reason why I was able to make my room today is because of Shauna, because she told me like the people who I asked her for some information or some names, she gave it to me, and then it started the conversation that I had with my mom today about hip hop, which made me I had they were both in my room today. I spoke to them, and they were very engaging. So I will be doing a part 2. Maybe that will be my first video that I'm going to do on my Patreon starting this week. Maybe I'll launch that as the first video this week. Yeah, that'll be the first video this week, y'all. I'll do a video. We'll watch the documentary. We'll do everything together. I have so much to tell y'all, but this is amazing. But today, Taylor said she just found me 2 days ago. Wow, thank you. I appreciate it. Who else is in the building? Make sure y'all like this video. Golden Lady says no freaking way. Yeah, boycott it all. Take the don't listen to none of it. But today we're going to be talking about incel killers. I know I'm a little late about this video. I was supposed to do a video on Mercedes Morr, who was an Instagram model who was murdered, and then I know that Paris Milan did a video about the. I was going to do a video on the Missouri killer, but I see that Paris Milan beat me to it. So I'm not going to beat a dead horse and repeat that one again. So if you want to see that video, you can legitly go to Paris Milan's video and watch that one, because that was actually a good video. And she's really great at spreading awareness. Yeah, but like, so let's talk about what the meaning of an incel is, right? Just let me pull up the definition so people kind of understand what we're talking about and why is this so scary and why I'm so passionate about what is going on. Why I'm so passionate about this topic. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, yeah, we're big supporters of Mahogany Pink. She's a great YouTube channel. She's actually really I'm gonna say quiet, but that's a good friend of mine. That's all I'm gonna say. That's a good friend of mine. Shout outs to her. And make sure y'all follow Mahogany Pink too. She's great at breaking down. But that's actually really my girl though. That's my girl. And wow, I'm so proud of her. But yes, make sure you support her. Let's see how many likes we got. And make sure you're subscribing to the channel and sharing it, please. Like, share, subscribe. We got 178 people in here. We got only 76 likes. That's weird, but let's go. So the meaning what is the definition of an incel, right? An incel is a member of an online community of young men who consider themselves unable to attract women sexually, typically associated with views that are hostile towards women and men who are sexually active. That's basically what they are. I feel like that we have a lot of incels within the Black community. I also feel like, from other communities, incels are able to come in a little bit more, right? Because Black women are unprotected. And y'all already know that there was a video that was surfacing that I'm pretty sure it really never went viral. Never went viral. Of like, this man basically telling the world of incels to, when they want to purge, make sure you come purge on Black women. And if you don't know what purge means, it's a movie, right? And it's basically it's a free for all. If you want to rape, if you want to abuse, if you want to kill, make sure you go to the Black women community because they're not protected. And that video had a lot of non-Black incels in there, and it just was given a little bit crazy. You're not late. The video has not started yet. So I just kind of wanted to show you a few examples. So we're going to start with Mercedes Morr. And I'm going to do RRP to her. She was an online Instagram model. She also, people are trying to insinuate like she's some type of like weird, like she's a sex worker or something. I didn't find hold on, wait, y'all. Sorry. I didn't find like any of her sex working background. So I don't get like where we thought that she was a sex worker. Yeah. But I just kind of wanted to show you of like where like the community just doesn't care. I just want to bring up a good picture of her. Give me 1 second, everyone. Let me see if I can copy and paste this because I found her killer's name. And while I'm talking to y'all, I just kind of want to do some history on this, right? So I want y'all to show how much, like, you know, there's incels, because incels, they always stick up for each other. And like, I just want you ladies to be careful because I've seen an extreme amount of incels who is the yes, this is Princess Diana. But I just wanted to show you like the difference between like of like a non-black man now able to come in within a community, right? And people are going to say what they want to say about the whole Mercedes Morr situation. They're going to say that she's not black or she's considered part of the black community. We can throw that away. It's just that the men consider her black, so she's black. That's how it works. I know you can separate the image, but at the end of the day, the same things that's happening to her, or they felt the need to target her that way, is because they thought she was a black woman. Because if it was a white woman, it would have not been this way. She would have been the Gabby Petito or Gabrielle Petito, whatever her name is. And I'm still going to do that video, I think probably tomorrow. So we can try that whole oh, thank you. You're saying be safe. Yeah, I'm being safe. This guy says, kill a human and you do a good deed for the planet, Earth, Mother Nature. You see how these incels come out? This is really scary. They really come out and they feel real bold online. But I can tell you one thing about this. This ladies in these chat little incels who are in here, they'll blow your fucking head off. And I wish a nigga would every day at 10 p.m. 12 a.m. Sorry, at 11:11. Every day at 11:11, I wish a nigga would. I wish a nigga would. Loaded right under my bed. And I ain't gonna call the cops. Okay, it's gonna be 2 hours before I call them cops. I'm gonna make sure that I torture your ass a little bit. So I wish you would. Your body parts are gonna be sent back to you if there's any left. So let me just show y'all. This is the news report that came through.
Telling us his last.
Hold on.
In Richmond, Texas. Police say they were called to this quiet complex for a welfare check Sunday. Inside the apartment, they found Mercedes Morr and another man believed to be the suspect who killed her, Kevin Alexander Accordo. He was also dead, police calling it a murder-suicide. Investigators say there is no relationship between Mercedes and the suspect, telling us his last known address was in Florida. Neighbors we spoke with called the complex quiet and secure.
It'd be kind of surprising to know that this was an intruder, someone that broke into the house, because I wouldn't think that would happen here.
Police have not said how the two died, telling us the cause of death will come from the medical examiner.
Was our baby, and as many people in Houston knew her and loved her, she was as sweet with them as she is with us. She took care of people. She's just a sweetheart, and my baby's gone from a tragic event that didn't have to happen, and it's just dangerous.
Mark, Sunday afternoon, you went to your doctor's appointment, and I mean, as a father, you don't ever prepare yourself for what you found. How are you dealing?
I mean, first insight, I went into my daughter's apartment and saw her there. Anger took over. Well, I'm sorry. Sadness took over real quick. My girlfriend, bless her little heart, at the time ran upstairs, saw the guy still in there. Anger took over. And she's crying hysterically. I'm mad as can be, especially because the guy's still there. My girlfriend later on asked me why did you cry at first. I said, I didn't cry because I was so mad and upset with this guy, even though he was committing suicide at the time, was in my daughter's house.
And I just want to let you know, Mercedes, she was definitely pro-black man. She was definitely pro-man. She loved her some men. Loved her some black men. So that whole idea of like, oh, she was a divester or all this weird stuff, this man who killed her did not know her. I looked through her history. She has a big history of dating black men.
My daughter's dead on the floor. And I don't know what he did. I just knew that it was somebody that my daughter doesn't associate with. And not because of the person he was or is. It's my daughter, we keep her private. Nobody, not even her real friends, really knew her name. I've moved my daughter 3 times just because of my insecurities and the freeze, of course. But she doesn't have friends by her house. I know my daughter. And when I got to my daughter's house, and it was locked up, and she's not answering my phone, which is not like her, I knew something was up, so I didn't hesitate to kick the door down. And what I saw, I wouldn't want any parent to go through. That's the first thing. The second thing is, which is even more hurtful, is I'm glad you reached out to us, was that news stories and calls and everything started popping up without reaching out to the parents, without reaching out for information. And it went from false accusations of HIV or COVID to other things, and nobody even reached out to talk to us. So when I was contacted, I'm here to set the story straight, let everybody know what happened. Janae was very loved, and she's probably loved more.
Very much loved. But I just want to show you, I'm going to show you some videos on how these incels turned on her and how it was mostly, and what color was the men, right? Because the child, and this is why I'd say you can only get killed on what you're around. And sometimes not being their preference is your protection.
More than we would have thought of.
Now this father here,
Now that's the video. Let me see if I can fast forward if there's anything else. Let me see. Any other news report?
a man.
Cool. Let's close you out because I don't want to hear you. So the article, I read up on this. The article clearly says that this man does not know her. Clearly says that these men, that man doesn't know her. That she is, like, and all those things that were made up were all made up by men. All those people thought of that. But look at the things that they start to say about this woman. Hold on, wait. And this is why I tell you, like, being pro-black don't do nothing but get you killed, because she was definitely a pro-black woman. And it the outcome of not thinking about yourself is always wrong. The mean girls always stay alive. The mean girls are always are always protected, right? Because they're never around anything like this, because they just know human beings are just selfish as hell. When I saw the way these men spoke about her and degraded her from a level of just random YouTubers to tweets where people are saying that if she had a pimp that this would not happen, right? Craziness. If she had a pimp, it would have been better. What? Like women don't die when they go into these rings of things or in the sex industry where they're out there on the streets being sex workers, that even their own pimps kill them. But nobody knows about it because it's just a dead body that comes up and they just say, oh, it's a prostitute or a sex worker. Sorry, I'm going to take back the prostitute. But listen to this buffoonery.
Private. Nobody.
You do not keep. You better stop right now. You better.
Now, I'm going to show this video. No, it was a whole big thing. They even put it on the Shade Room. And y'all, I don't understand why people even still watch the Shade Room. The only thing I do it is for content purposes to see what they're talking about, because that's the only way I get ghetto news. But look at how these men can dissect everything else in the world. These Negroes don't become reporters, become full-on reporters, where now they're able to dissect what happened with Mercedes, but they're not able to dissect the things that are going on with them. Interesting. And y'all like this video. Yeah, that's the only reason why I watch the Shade Room, is to get ghetto news for content. But anything else? Nothing else, because there's nothing but degrading a black woman on there.
Stop lying right now. You do not keep. She got her titties out right here. Her titties are out. You understand what I'm saying? I can see them. Okay? Do not do this. Okay? We are not going to allow you, us Americans, us blue-blooded Americans here, at This Is America podcast, we are not going to allow you to do this, sir. You listen, with all due respect, I have no respect. Your daughter was giving it up. Crazy.
Now, the next time you want to SWJ and SJW and you want to go out there and you want to fight for something, right? Or for a man specifically, I want you to remember what this man said. And mind you, this is a non-black man that killed her. And look at how he's caping for the non-black man who killed her.
On the internet. And the dude that she probably was finessing for money was like, nah, I'm gonna need that back, shorty. And she was like, nah.
How could you finesse somebody for money? That's one thing. If they're saying that possibly she was a sex worker, that means that he paid for a service, even if it did happen. Right? Even if it did happen, he paid for a service and he got what he got. You think that this woman specifically, look at her Instagram page, who has access to men like Drake, because Drake was a friend of hers. She had access to many rappers. Let me show you the man who killed her. Who had access to men like Drake, who had access to men, because she worked at the strip club. You think that she needs to finesse a construction worker? Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense at all? You think that it doesn't make sense? She had access to rappers like Drake. Let me just show y'all. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Do you think that she needs to finesse him? I don't think so. But let's continue.
And he was like, "Oh, what? Get your ass." That's what he did.
And I want you to look at what he did specifically, and this is why. Let's run this back. Look at what he did, because she was strangled to death. So look at this.
And he was like, "Oh, what? Get your ass." That's what he.
Oh, y'all don't see it because I have that up. Hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all really quick, because let me move this off the screen just really quick. Let me show y'all. How do I get this off? I haven't used StreamYard in a while. Okay, let me get this off so y'all can see exactly what he did when he was speaking about this situation.
He was like, "Oh, what? Get your ass." That's what he did.
Her real friends, or they knew her name.
Look at him blushing over the death of a black woman. Or a mixed woman, whatever you want to call it today. Look how happy he is.
I've moved my daughter 3 times just because of my insecurities and the freeze, of course. But she didn't have friends by her house. I know my daughter, and when I got to my daughter's house, and it was locked up, and she's not answering my phone, which is not like her, I knew something was up, so I didn't hesitate to kick the door down. And what I saw, I wouldn't want any parent to go through.
I should have stayed in Florida. So I guess this is the killer writing this. Look at this. I was used for money.
And it, mind you, like, I guess I don't know how psychopaths work. I mean, he probably, what happened, what exactly what happened is that he thought he was going to get away with the murder. He thought he was going to get away with the murder. So he wrote this stuff on a wall, and he realized that he was not going to go. He was going to get away. So he wasn't going to get away. So he just killed himself. But look how they try to spin a narrative. Mind you, the reporters investigated, looked through her phone, looked through his phone, noticed that there was no connection at all. None. But look at how they, instead of jumping in up and protecting a black woman, legitly what they did, or a woman in general, they decided to help spin the narrative that this man was innocent on social media platforms. And it gets worse than this, y'all. Like, they went ham.
If you use somebody, man, woman, child, gorilla, they gonna want smoke. I'm sorry, Mercedes Moore. I'm sorry. This man came from Florida to come at you. You must have took a lot of money. That's what I'm thinking. You had to take a lot of money. And then I see your parents there looking all emotional. Listen, Mom, with all due respect, I got no respect. That means nothing to me. In my eyes, you look like a demon. Whole demon out here, finessing every man. I've been in the strip clubs. I've heard the women talk and how they talk about men. They just, like, women like her just think men are all about money. Just for money. Objects of their, to fill their bank account. And this guy was like, not today. And it's tough.
Yes, I'm glad you reached out to us. Was that news stories and calls and everything.
Sorry to the landlord and that probably say company, COM, right? And this right here says, I hurt a lot of, that probably of. This look like 2 different handwritings. It looked like he had her write this. This looks like scared writing. I watch enough investigational videos. This right here looks like scared writing. Like she was crying writing this. And I don't think she died immediately. I think he tortured her, had sex with her, and then he finally killed her. Because she was on social media lying to him, saying she wants to have sex with him. She wants to probably marry him, whatever the case is, to get him to give up money. And this is
And like he has no proof of this at all, but yet this is the narrative that he spent out just to legitly make content. No proof of this.
Capitalism is in America. God damn it, I love America. But this is what capitalism does. It drives people crazy. She probably just wanted to pay her bills, get her bills through, her car note paid. That's all she wanted. She felt like she had to use this man. Don't this man look like somebody that could be used?
Also, just really quick, just to add on to this, she had a partnership with Fashion Nova, so she didn't only dance. She had over 2 million followers, right? So I just I'm confused on how they thought that. How did we get here?
This man ain't getting no punani. Come on. And this is what I'm saying. This is my point to this, and I'm gonna shut up. Women, stop listening to these women who feel like they think that y'all can use y'all bodies to use men. Does it work? Yes. Is there a lot of stupid men out there that will give you money for attention? Yes. But there's a downfall to that, because when you're doing it, you start to become you start to feel safe. Like, oh, it worked the first time. That guy was cool. Oh, it worked the second. It worked the 50th time. But what happens is eventually you're going to run into a guy that wants more. A guy that listened to you, believed your lies, and now he doesn't want you to renege on that lie. And that's what happened here. Okay? A lot of you have to understand that there are people craving two things out here: affection and money. Two things. You got one person.
So I'm gonna end this one, and I'm just gonna wanting to say, like, once again, according to his standards, as the man, right? Legitly, he has no like he. If that's the case, there should be nothing. There should be no man protected. And the funny thing about it, or March for, but that has been March for. And also another thing too, when you think about this, is the sex industry is something that men created. This is something that men created. Women didn't like make strip clubs. So I have another one. Let me get into the other one. Because this is because I want you to see it from all different levels. So we have another one.
Hey, what's up, man? It's your boy Teflon, the one chosen. The Houston area.
Now, mind you,
All right, so now.
none of these people are cops. None of them
Mercedes
are
Morr from Texas. Houston. The Houston area.
None of them are cops. None of them are detectives. None of them have a background in anything. But they do have a background in worrying about what Black women are doing. And that's very clear.
She was found dead in Richmond. That's where I'm from. Richmond. So a lot of people been talking about Mercedes Morr, how she died and how everything came about and how things came to be. But everybody in Mercedes Morr social circle, close circle, they know exactly on how this could have came about. Now, for those who don't know, Mercedes Morr is a popular Instagram model, and she also is an escort. Her parents knew that. Her parents found out that she was an escort back in 2016, around the time that they shut down back.
There's no proof of this. This man is legitly just making up stuff. Like, these men are like the new Gossip Girls XOXOXO. There's no proof of this.
Backpage. Before they shut down Backpage, she was up there. Long story short, by her being an Instagram model trying to pursue this modeling thing, the best thing to do is network, get outside the states and travel. Cities such as California, Georgia, Florida, etc. I just named out the states and a few states that I know for a fact that she's been in.
This man knows about a random Instagram models and what states that she's been in. Do you hear this crap? No, he was not her customer. The police department checked their phones. They don't know each other. He was stalking her. The only thing that they found within his phone is him stalking her. They had no contact before.
Mercedes Morr ended up finding herself going to Florida one year. She met the man who became her killer. She went out on a date with him. When I say went out on a date with him, I don't mean.
And you see, like how like this man, like he has more information on her than the cops do. And he never met the cop. I feel like that they're practicing for their stories for when they go out and kill somebody.
Going out for lunch, food, and drinks and all like that. I'm talking about you pay for this and we gonna do etc. They call it a date. That's what they call it. Anybody who's into that type of business, they already know what it is that I mean. Now, Mercedes Morr, she met this man, went out on a date with him. She was in Florida only for 4 days at this time, going to different strip clubs and hitting up different dating websites, doing a little bit of OnlyFans, this, that, and third. Okay. After she leaves Florida, this man stays in contact with her. He's a trick. This man.
Imagine her. So Mercedes has access to rappers who throw money at her and like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Imagine staying in contact with an ugly construction worker. Do you think that she would need to do that? Do you think so?
And sends her money through Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle. The history is up there. Whenever they found her dead, her parents knew off the.
He said that there's history there. There's no history of that. There's no history of that. None at all. I'm gonna let this play because I want y'all to see the comments. And that's how I know that there's a whole incel community.
Moo that this is somebody that she's new. This man constantly sent her money through Cash App, PayPal, and etc. In fact, last month he paid for her car note and insurance. Okay. As they talking and exchanging words through text messages or whatever, he tells her that he do construction. And at times that he travel outside the different states.
And
that's what it's called.
And the women
outside the different states.
The women kill me too who get involved in these topics because you really out here basically pushing the idea of Black women being murdered, period.
Might do construction, they might get a 30-day stay at so-and-so place just so they can have this 30 days to try to finish up this construction type stuff, you know what I mean? So whenever he told her that he was in Texas, she didn't look at it as if he was stalking her or as if he was obsessed. She looked at it more so as if like, okay, well, I'm assuming you're in Texas doing construction. Because that's what you told me you do, and this is what you told me ahead of time, that sometimes you do travel outside of the Florida limitations. So whenever he tells her that he's in Texas, he asks if he can go see her. That's when she gave him her location. She dropped her location. He went to her house in Richmond. It was no forced entry. It was none of that. Knocked on the door, she let him in. Now, once he got in there, I don't know exactly what happened or how things were said, But I can make many accusations, but I'm not gonna do that. Because after all, somebody actually did lose their life in this.
Now, I want you to remember, because like I see that some people have some emotional attachment to a lot of random men that they don't know. This is why it's important not to, and to have that mean girl mindset where you should care about only and nobody else but yourself. Because this is exactly how the men feel, and they're about pro themselves, and they're going to stay on code and be a man before they're black, right? So I suggest you do the same. But I'm going to finish. I'm going to stop this one because this is enough. Mind you, he shares no links. He has no proof. This is all things that are coming from a word of mouth. I hope y'all are paying attention. Because when the men said that winter is coming, this is how they're planning on spending their winter, is targeting women. But cool. And I'm just going to say that this there's going to be a bigger rise of the murders of black women. I suggest y'all. I mean, I already talked to y'all before about getting guns, about making sure that you're protected. On my Patreon when it comes out soon, we're gonna start having discussions about ways that you could specifically make sure that you're good, right? And that how to, if you still in near Blackistan or near black people, or near just anywhere where there's poverty, how you protect yourself during these times. Because there's going to be ways you're going to need to maneuver throughout when that man says hello to you. Who is looking for that, who had a bad day at work, or had a bad issue with, who had issues with women all his life, and he's waiting, just waiting. And if y'all was in my room where we were talking about, I forgot what room we did, and we were legitly speaking about, I don't know, we were speaking about black women's attitudes. And like, you should have saw like the men who came up on stage and it was like, oh, I've walked past, I've hold the door open for women before, and they give me all these attitudes every day, and the cursing up a storm, talking about they sick of it and they tired of it and they're annoyed. Who remembers that room? What was that room called that we did? What was that room called? Damn it, I totally forgot the name of the room. Bella Noir says, it's sad we have to become G.I. Jane to protect ourselves, but it's either us or them at this point. Yeah, blow up one head off, and I bet you them incels will stay from that side. I forgot what the room was called. But the men was coming up on a stage and it was like, oh, black women. No, it was the day before yesterday. Oh yes, thank you so much. Black Wonderlust says the room was about black women being white supremacists. That was it. Yes. And they were on the stage and they were pissed off, and the black women were angry, and they was just like mad at them, at the men for speaking like this. And I said, ladies, let the men check him. Let the men check him. Because what's going to happen is that he going to be mad at you and going to take it out on one of those women one day. And I said, there's sometimes, and I'm going to go on to deep on this more so on Patreon, there's sometimes, because they be wanting to rage, they be wanting to purge. And I'm so glad that I had men on that stage to check him and make that man, I had to like silence the women and say, hey, listen, don't speak, right, on this topic. Let the men check him. And the men were so disrespectful towards him, right? And told him, like, you dumb as fuck. Those are women just walking around. How dare you? What are you doing? You're supposed to protect women. And the man didn't say anything. But then it was a woman who, of course, couldn't keep her mic muted, and she had to say something crazy, and he went off. And I'm like, ladies, let the men check him. They just checked them on it, and him and his partner him and his homeboy was sharing a phone, and they was talking about their experiences. And when the men spoke to them, they said, "Thank you so much. We never thought about it that way, and we noticed that women do come back and say, I apologize. Thank you for opening up the door." But like sometimes women just want to take their anger out on a man too of things that they've been through. And sometimes that's not okay. That is not okay. Because the reaction is not going to always be a cute one. And sometimes you're going to have to switch and on and off. And thank you, Autumn. I appreciate you. Love you. Sometimes you're going to have to, play the little bit of the Pygmisha role in order to survive. But that's another topic for another day. And you won't believe the backlash I had. Why are you letting men speak on the stage? Because let the men get the heat. Let the men get the heat. Why do you want to argue with a man who is legitly angry? I never said that it gives them the right to hurt women, but understand that women don't have protection. And sometimes you're going to have to, switch it on and off to protect yourself. Yeah, give this video a like. Thank you so much, Mika. I appreciate you. Yes, please like up this video. Like up this video. And we're going to be talking about that on a Patreon because I know that's a sensitive topic for some people. And some people have been through a lot of trauma when it comes down to walking past men. And I stand with you. I stand with you, but understand that the world is getting more dangerous for women of all colors. And you're going to have to, think about things a certain type of way. But listen to this one. Now, this is a rapper named Boske 1000, and he's going to speak on Mercedes with DJ Vlad.
What'd you think about the IG model, Mercedes Morr, who recently got killed in her home in Texas?
Crazy. That's the one with the Mexican looking dude, like on the mugshot.
Yeah, there's like a
Hispanic looking dude. Look like a fucking
just a homeless person.
Yeah, like a homeless trick.
And y'all, please make sure y'all like this video. I don't know why we have 300 people in here, but there's only like a matter of fact, let me do this real quick. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all 30 seconds to like the video, and let's get up to 230 likes, and then we can continue with the commentary because likes are free, right? And let's support the channel and make sure you subscribe. If you have not subscribed, I'm gonna go away for 30 seconds. Make sure you are liking this video. All right, we almost there, y'all. We almost. I liked it too, just to help y'all out. So let me just go a little more 30 seconds. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you like, and we almost there, y'all. Almost. Just let's get to 220. Come on now, like this video. All right, we back. So somebody did point out a comment that I really liked. Thank you. Already subscribed and like. I appreciate you, everybody who has liked and subscribed. But Miss Melanita says, ladies, we have to realize when a man gets to a certain point, he loses all sense of ration, and when that rage takes over, he is really willing to die about it, regardless of who comes with him. Exactly. But let me get to playing this video again.
Like or something, like the average dude that pull up on Fig to, you know what I mean, to get a quick hand job real quick, like I don't know, it's just like, it's tragic though. It's just like, they kind of like,
and somebody wrote a comment, she needed a GoFundMe page, and she had over 2 million followers. How the hell was her family supposed to get access to money? Her money. She lived in a really beautiful neighborhood. She had money.
You know what, you can't say because you don't want to be the hater. Like, I know she wasn't romantically involved with this dude, but you never know. Like, he might have had a bag. He might have been smacking on it. Like, ain't no telling. But rest in peace to her.
Well, it was a murder-suicide. So
now this is men talking about this on a public platform. No, not even able to stay on code on a public platform. That's big as hell.
they basically found her next to his body. She's 33, he's 34. His name is Kevin Alexander Corto.
He strangled her.
He strangled her, exactly. Which is an awful way to die. Yeah, oh my God. Just an absolutely awful, awful way to die. And I guess, there's an article on here. I guess there was a rumor that was her sugar daddy or whatever. Someone actually answered that, listen, Mercedes did not have a sugar daddy, a pimp, never did. She was not.
And you see, Vlad has to say allegedly because he know it's not real. So that means that there's no facts of it, because Vlad is a big platform. He has 4 million subscribers. I'm pretty sure that he knows if there was some proof to that, he would not have to say allegedly. But I guess these little men who are speaking about her death has more proof than Vlad does. I guess they do.
Not robbed. She did not have HIV. She didn't have COVID. She wasn't in an accident. Yes, she was murdered. And they're not really releasing a lot of details, but I don't know, man. It almost seemed like maybe a robbery or a crime of passion. Maybe he thought he was going to maybe rape her.
It had to be a crime of passion, murder, suicide.
I mean, this girl was very cosmetically enhanced. She was very much.
She was attractive.
Beautiful girl, very, very voluptuous. Maybe that this dude kept seeing her walking out of the apartment, jiggling, doing her thing, and maybe he thought that he could just. Maybe
did you see the one with the other one? The other one got shot up. They shot her like 50 times in their garage.
I heard something.
Do y'all hear this? Nobody heard about this. There's another woman who was shot up in her garage 50 times. $50 times. I bet you nobody heard about this, right? Y'all heard what he said. 50 times in her garage. I'm pretty sure she wasn't white.
Like that, yeah.
That shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah, maybe, like I said, maybe it was like a rape, and he thought maybe he could just rape her, and maybe she started to scream, and he kind of choked her, and then before you know it, she's dead.
But why would you just kill yourself then? Like, why not just flee?
Because you're not going to get away. at that very moment, man, listen, you just strangled this 2.6 million follower girl to death in an apartment complex with cameras all around.
So you're not gonna you gonna run, bro. I don't.
For how long are you gonna run for?
I don't see nobody as long as you can. Like I don't see nobody just like doing a random strangling. And he definitely knew her. Like this wasn't a random strangling. Like you're not gonna kill yourself.
Find out. I mean, by the time this,
it happens in the hood all the time. I don't know why these niggas is confused. Niggas kill niggas every day they don't know, B. Hello? It's in your rap music. It's legitly why Vlad is able to become popular, because niggas be killing niggas every day. I don't get what we not getting about that. We're able to understand it when it's little tay little pum pum from the hood, but we don't understand it when it's coming from women. That men are just crazy and predatory and sometimes very violent, especially when they feel like they can't live in a society that they created.
this comes out, maybe there'll be more information. Hopefully there'll be more information. You know, it's sort of a weird situation because it's not, I mean, I guess it's technically a murder investigation, but I mean, the murder suspect is dead. So they're not really going to try that hard. You know what I'm saying? Like
to investigate. Like,
yeah, because they said something like the two.
Hold on, let me see what this person said. So this person said, why y'all telling me about white men? Are you stupid? That's who we talking about right now. It's so funny how y'all come up in this chat and want to talk about white men the time we and gloat about that. Mercedes Morris killer was not black, stupid. But I can tell you what, it was a black man who created a video of which I'm going to be playing on my Patreon, talking about how how non-black people should come, incels should come into the community and murder and abuse and rape black women because nobody is going to do anything about it. That he's giving them permission to do so. So yeah, I want to talk about Molly, but let's all talk about the all the Mollys that was raped and abused at in colleges because they was freaking denied the advances of black men, and the black man was shocked because he said, "Damn, how dare you deny? I'm the football person, or I'm the star basketball coach. How dare you deny?" I mean, they made movies about it. Don't play with me.
People don't seem to be connected, meaning that like they probably went through cell phone records and everything else like that, and his cell phone records, and there probably was not any communication before the situations. What made it, what I think it sounds like, but then again, who knows?
or maybe it was one of them just a psycho, you know what I mean, psycho situation where he just killed her and just decided to kill us. It just don't make sense though. Like it don't make sense. Like
I don't know, man. Like standing over a dead woman that you just killed, suicide. I think.
And y'all see how quick how these black men will come up in here and defend the white women. They came in so quick. I mean, y'all promoting Molly, but there is plenty of black women who were just killed. I think 1,007 to be exact at the hands of black men. But you coming up here defending Molly? I love it. I'm gonna actually let me screenshot this all these posts that all these black men posted in here to show how they came up in here to defend a white woman. Let me screenshot this because I'm definitely gonna post this on my platform. Y'all want to come up here and defend Molly? I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna let the world see that you defend Molly. Let me get up in here real quick. Go ahead. All right, cool. So I just want to make it very clear.
would pop in most people's head.
No way.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think so? Definitely pop in my head.
Like you gonna like
If I go and kill a woman, I just
And to y'all coming in the chat, y'all men coming in the chat, I want to thank you for helping prove that I'm right. Thank you. Thank you for helping the cause. I appreciate you. Salud, salud, salud. I appreciate you. Thank you.
I'm going to.
what I'm saying, but
I
like,
just say, if I just strangled a woman to death and I'm standing over her corpse, killing myself would definitely be one of my options that I would start to explore at that point in life. Because I know at that point that I'm going to prison for the rest of my life. I might get the death penalty depending on where I am. So I might be on death row during however many years.
And that's a good point, because if he lived in Florida or he lived in Texas, he was going to get the death penalty. He was finna get that death penalty.
I'll probably get raped by some of her fans in prison, because I'm sure she's very popular in the prisons, the way she looks. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure lots of prison dudes.
the strongest power in the world is the human will to survive. Like I don't see I don't see a dude just committing a random killing and just that's like anybody that would do something like that definitely is feeding the need like for it to be some random shit. Like I think it was definitely like I'm just speculating just off it looked to me like I would say like if I was the detective on the case, I would say like he was like a trick that was getting done. Like, you know what I mean? Probably was giving her a lot of money, getting done any kind of way. And, you know what I mean? Probably got too caught up in his feelings, got obsessed with her. And crime of passion, murder, suicide. That sound like more feasible to me. Like,
Who knows, man? Very sad situation. You know, very sad.
yeah.
I hope that they can get to the bottom of it so the family could feel some sort of
Closure
to it, but you'll never get a closure to that situation. Like, I think her dad was like finally ended up checking on her or something. It was a welfare check when they found her dead.
Period. And you know, you can't even be mad at Vlad anymore, because legitly, the community overall has created space for Vlad to be able to laugh and pan Black people's trauma, right? And so at this point, I mean, what's the point of even being mad at him? Because the people keep going to his show, even after he got a lot of the interviews that he did has gotten a lot of Black men arrested. Nobody give a fuck. So I think that we should not even care. But there's another one that I want to show y'all, and like these incels are even. Let me see. I'm gonna say this. I don't know how to say this. Let me see if I can. Oh, I forgot to show y'all this. There's something that I wanted to show y'all. Where is it at? Where you at? And it's so weird because this is a Latino woman, and I see so many women. It's weird. I'm gonna show y'all. It's getting really weird, y'all. Oh my god, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm not gonna call it out. I'm gonna leave it alone. I really wish I was on Patreon right now, because I would have went off, but I'm gonna just leave it alone. Let me see what's this girl name so I can find it really quick. Well, hold on, wait, y'all. Who doing? Shout outs to y'all. Make sure y'all like this video as y'all coming in. When Black men don't when black man got hurt black woman put on a gate for them. Period. Let me just see if I missed something. No sympathy for this woman. I have a lot of sympathy for that woman. I really do. I really do. Let me see if I can find a photo of the man who killed her. Let me see if I can find a video on this because I really want to. And this girl was missing. And you know what's so funny? I could tell this man just got out of jail because of COVID. This is crazy. Let me show you this really quick. I know this man just got out of jail because of COVID. They probably released him early. I know he just got out of jail. So the woman's name is Miya Marcano. Update: Armando Manuel, 27 person of interest in Miya Marcano's disappearance, was found dead. It appears he killed himself. Oh, that's weird. Oh, okay. Y'all gonna see the difference, right? Because now they consider. Whew, y'all, I want y'all to see the difference in women, right? And how they think about things. Now, let's look at Miya Marcano's name on YouTube and let's see if they're making videos about how this was her boyfriend and she was the only fan star and all this other weird stuff. No, not one. Not one video. Not one. Let's see what let's see what they say.
Today. Earlier today, the Orange County Sheriff's Office Emergency Response Team was searching the area of Timberscan Apartments that's off of South Texas Avenue in Orange County. And that's when they discovered a body we believe to be that of Miya Marcano.
Sorry, Miya.
About an hour ago, detectives notified Mia's parents of our tragic news. Our hearts are broken. I told you Thursday that hundreds of Orange County Sheriff's Office personnel were committed to this case and working very hard. Everyone wanted this outcome to be different. So why were we at Timberscan Apartments? So cell phone records showed us that Caballero was in or near the Timberscan Apartments on Friday evening between 8 and 9 o'clock. That's the evening. The positive identification will have to come from the medical examiner's office. We were there, our family, our loved ones. So I'll take some questions at this time. Start over here.
We found court records indicating that Caballero's family actually lived at Timberscan at one point. Can you confirm?
Yeah, so that's what I'm being told, that he had lived in Timberscan Apartments at one time.
So long to get to that Timberscan area. When did that?
Mind you, just because of this girl, and she might look a little bit more exotic, and RP to her still. Somebody says, Jonas says, many of us pointed out Mercedes Moore's death weeks ago. This channel didn't cover it because she was killed by a white man. Had a black man killed Mercedes, this channel. Jonas, I think that she may be a little retarded, but if you rewind the video, we covered it already. We already covered it. We just covered it. That's what this whole video was about. I swear to God, I think a lot of y'all took the short bus. It's crazy.
Cell phone data come in.
So cell phone data came in for the phone a few days ago on Wednesday. And remember, we had asked for 6 months of cell phone data for Caballero, and that data put him all over Orange County, Seminole County, Volusia County. That night, he had been in downtown Orlando. He had been in the Paramore area. Obviously, he'd been in both Orange County near the apartment complex.
No, I really think that there's something, y'all. I really think that there's something in the water that has made women more smarter and men just dumb as hell. Because the things that I hear, like from these men sometimes, is crazy. Crazy. Like I hear it on Clubhouse, I hear it on here. It's just crazy. I don't know, like women are just able to comprehend things much more than men do. And that's why I prefer to have conversations with women than men.
At the other apartment complex in Seminole County, and of course, Volusia County. And again, so Miya was found, or what we believe to be the remains of Miya was found about 10:45 this morning in a wooded area in the area of Timber Scan Apartments.
News 6 uncovers disturbing new details about the prime suspect in the disappearance of college student Miya Marcano. Glad you're with us on this Friday. I'm Matt Austin.
And I'm Lisa Bell. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, a $15,000 reward is being offered for information that leads to Miya Marcano. This as searchers spend a second day combing through a wooded area in New Smyrna Beach. The family.
And just to let you know that they're and they're basically saying, and this is all alleged, right? They're basically saying that she denied his advances, and he was a maintenance man, and this is the reaction of denying advances. Y'all sure she's from Trinidad? Marcano is a Puerto Rican name. Marcano is definitely a Puerto Rican name. So y'all sure she's from Trinidad? I don't know about that. She may have a parent from Trinidad, but Marcano is definitely a Puerto Rican name.
Family says investigators told them the prime suspect's cell phone pinged there after Miya disappeared. News 6 has learned Armando Caballero is accused of becoming violent with another woman who turned down his sexual advances just months before Miya disappeared. News 6's Nikki Zizaza.
Oh, so he has a history.
Has the story new at 11.
As the family of Miya Marcano gathered here once again to pray for her safe return 1 week after she vanished, we are learning more about suspicious allegations connected to the prime suspect.
Oh, I thought you said he's okay, because I'm like, I know she is not from Trinidad. I know Trinidad last name. Y'all know I'm Trinidadian Jamaican. It is it's not happening. That's a Puerto Rican last name.
Disappearance. As speculation continues to swirl about what happened to Miya Marcano, nearly 200 people gathered for a prayer vigil at the Arden Villas apartment complex where she was last seen 1 week ago.
My God, in whom I trust.
Following days of hours-long ground searches, we're learning more about the sole suspect in her disappearance.
Sheriff's Office!
This police report and body-worn camera video Seminole County Sheriff's Office shared with News 6 reveals Armando Caballero is no stranger to being accused of disturbing behavior.
We have a broken window. There's a weight that was thrown into the window.
6 months before Miya Marcano disappeared from Arden Villas apartment complex, the prime suspect in her disappearance, 27-year-old Caballero, was employed at Sable Club Apartments in Longwood as a maintenance worker. The same complex investigators say he committed suicide. Deputies responded to the apartment complex on March 17 on a report of a suspicious incident. A young woman alleging a maintenance worker named Armando wrote her a note asking her out. which she agreed to. But after he requested they meet sooner, she declined. The woman telling police she didn't see the person who did it, but believes Armando, the maintenance man, threw a weight through her bedroom window. While the sheriff's office could not confirm Armando's last name, investigators say Armando Caballero's fingerprints were found on the note. However, they could not officially link him to the incident.
Ooh, child. Could have got a.
At that point, everything just seemed. I mean, it was.
So this says, Aunt tells me that she got into Villa on Saturday, 3:30 a.m. The maintenance worker Armando Cabarella was outside. Deputies say Cabarella used a master key fob to enter Mia's apartment.
It was all suspicious from the beginning. He asked me, are you looking for Miya? And I said yes. And I asked him who he was. He told me who he was. And my vibe was off. And at that point, everything just started escalating and moving forward with what we were looking for.
And where was he when you guys got here?
Parked in his car.
Outside this building?
Yeah. In the back of the building.
In the back of this building?
Yeah.
Parked back there. Were police here at that point?
No, well, they were there earlier in the day when, the call was made. And then again, when we got here, we did have to call them back. So it just seemed.
And mind you, nobody asked her about her prerogative pictures. Nobody said, what is, and this is one thing I gotta say. We can learn, listen, y'all, Black women and Black women allies, there's something that you can learn from this. Is going on that screen and crying is so sad that we are quick to share women who don't look like us. It's a damn shame. If you would stick here around for a second, because just listen to what I'm saying, you could learn something from this. Because if you look at the way they're posted, no, you're right. Okay, no. Don't time out Elise, because I know what you're talking about, Elise, and I'm gonna show it too. But like the crime online, this don't happen when it's Black women. When you hear Black women die, you don't see women crying on screen. You don't see it. It's like almost that people are dead to like the idea of like their daughters dying.
Just to know that she died there with alongside in the comfort of her own home by.
Hold on, wait. Let me just show, because I want to show y'all the difference between like one of these videos. And I get it that like Black women are like meant to be strong in these types of situations, but this is when you want to be vulnerable. And this is what like these Latino women have learned from white women on what to do. I hope y'all can still hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Even her talking about it, she is like just completely like just dead to or numb to what's going on.
They had a suspect, the maintenance man at the apartment complex, 27-year-old Armando Caballero, who apparently.
Hold on, wait. Nobody questioned her photos or who she is or what if she may be connected or maybe talking to this guy or none of that. And if you look at the difference between tweets between that other girl, who a black woman who died, where it's the community making fun of them or trying to connect their murders to some type of weird connection to something, and within community, no, I mean, it's real different. I mean, I can give you a perfect example. I'll show you Breonna Taylor's aunt. I'll show you. Hold on. Let me see if I can get to somebody who can talk about it. And a lot of the times, the film. Look, I mean, look. Who is this guy?
Shot as Jefferson. She died at the scene. James Smith says he's the concerned caller who first alerted police.
No, I want it to be, because I think that is somebody who's related to her. I mean, this man. Let me just see.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashley Carr. I'd like to awful solitude with us as we was of science to our mother's home to help her.
Let me give you this one as a perfect example. Like, just completely numb to it. And this is me just typing in "black woman dead," and this is.
I'm here to read a statement from the family so that we can all be on one accord. An arc of a moral universe is a long one, but it bends towards justice. Martin Luther King. Our family first would like to thank the thousands who called.
No. At least I thought they thought you were saying something else. I told them not to time you out.
Who sent messages, who reached out via social media, offering words of encouragement and condolences. We appreciate your powerful solitude with us as we go through this unbelievable time.
Not one tear. Hold on, let's try another one.
All right, so now we're.
And mind you, I want you to show when you put "black woman dead," it's all black women who. This is very strange on YouTube. It's all black women who've died by the police. Very strange. Texas officer. I like if black women being killed by officers is like a higher rate than anybody else.
Little girl was trying to sell bottled waters.
Internet sensation.
This woman don't want to let a little girl sell some.
Morning, she's
Illegally selling.
being shot.
Please, I'm trying to work. You're screaming.
Hold on, wait. Let me try to get something. Oh, here we go. Let me try.
Monday when she was
an agonized attorneys. Como madre. A heartbroken mother is surrounded by family and friends during a vigil outside Long Beach Memorial Hospital. Her daughter, Mona Rodriguez, after relatives devastated after being told that the 18-year-old is brain dead.
They never show black women like this in the media. Never show black women like this in the media. Oh, y'all can't. Why are you gonna tell me I can't? Shit, y'all can't see the screen.
And the
first, they had told me that I
18-year-old daughter, Mona Rodriguez, is ours.
and at first.
His mother pleading for the hospital to keep her daughter on life support.
A huge difference. But yeah, as I'm scrolling through, it's only showing black women who are killed by the police. Let me see. This is one. I just want to see if anybody is. I'm trying to be fair and try to find one of a black woman crying. It's pretty hard. I'm not going to even get into that one. Let's skip. Hold on. White. Woman. Oh, let me try. Let me do this over, y'all. Let me do this over. Black woman. What's going on? Hold on. Let me type in black woman killed. That's my L button sticky. Let me try this. Oh, it's still by the police. Still by the police. See, I try to be fair. Let's type in white woman killed. Oh, I guess it's the same. Let's type in Latina. Latina. No, I can't find a different one. But I gave y'all enough examples. I gave y'all enough examples. Y'all get the point, y'all. Hit the thumbs up. Smash the thumbs up. Smash the thumbs up. But start crying, y'all. Start crying. Let me drop this link in case anybody want to come up and come speak. Here you go. The link is going to be in the... This was actually a really good live stream. I was actually just testing stuff out. There's a link if you want to come up and come speak. Let me see if I can find anything else that I want to share with you. Yeah, but there was no question of Miss Miya. Yeah, I mean, so, oh wow. Okay, so one more thing I wanted to show y'all. One more thing. I almost forgot because I be favoriting things, and I forget to show y'all. But I just wanted to share something with y'all really quick. Sorry, y'all, don't mind my likes. I just be liking random stuff that I do want to talk about. But this is really weird too. Let's look at this. Let me see if I can see the screen. Hey, AT, hold on, give me 1 second. I found this really weird too. I was just like, what is this supposed to mean? Like, why are we joking about this? When you rob her and she tases you with her $10 taser. Look at this. I guess this is a joke. Look at this.
This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come. Can you feel my heat?
Oh, look at that. Wow. Let me show you another one that kind of scares me that people are joking about this because I don't find this funny. Oh, I want to talk about that too, but I'll let AT go. Oh, I mean, I don't even know if I want to cover that topic anymore because at this point, like, if you want to date them, child, that's what you're gonna get. But this is another one.
This is my kingdom come.
When I take a woman's purse and she shoots me with her tiny pink pistol.
This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come. Can you feel my heat? Looking.
Wow, that's weird. Oh, why would we joke about that? Oh, so this is their response to Jada Wada, I guess that's her name, and she's walking around with her pistol because she lives in Atlanta, where it's very dangerous for Black women, right? So, I mean, they posted that, um, and I guess, this was the response to that. Like, you can get a gun if you want, but I'm still gonna rob you and take whatever I want. And this is a joke and laughter. I wanted to be funny if she actually shot one of these Negroes in their head. Ladies, get your guns. AT, welcome to this platform. I'm supposed to say stage. I'm not on Clubhouse, but go ahead. You have the floor.
Hi. So I just think that, okay, first off, look, a lot of these dudes are obviously not concerned whatsoever about you protecting yourself. And at the end of the day, does that matter though? Women, again, you need to make sure that you're proficient at self-defense. It's not enough for you to just be getting, tools, knowing how to use it only once, and then, or practicing only once a year how to use it, and then putting it behind you in your pocket, in your purse, in your car. Like, I'm talking about every 1 to 2 weeks, you go out and you practice with whatever self-defense tools you have, whether it's your guns, whether it's certain kinds of sprays, all these things, you go out and you practice, because what's important is the muscle memory, okay? So that when you're in a situation, you don't freeze up. You automatically train your body so that it has muscle memory to do what it needs to do to protect yourself. The other thing, right? Look, these dudes, what's it called again? Like incels and all these other things. Um, Women still don't want you. Like, I don't look. If you have to rape a woman to get sexual access to her, she obviously didn't want you. And I don't know if like they think that that's gonna somehow change if they become really forceful and do these kinds of violent acts and things like that. But really, what you're gonna cause is, obviously disdain in her if she lives to see the day, which unfortunately, like these women hadn't. Uh, and you're also just gonna contribute to the entire collective of women having even more disdain for you. So it's just like, look, I don't think that, you don't have to base your value off of what women think of you. Like, live your life and do whatever the hell you want to do. I'm just saying this as an incel. Like, what, like for these men who are incels, what's the other name of that man movement of the guys who they're just like leave?
MGTOW.
Yes, there we go, there we go. Okay, go MGTOW. Like, I am completely not because they actually have a really logical answer to all of this. They don't like the dating market that they're in. They don't like the women that they're and all these other things, right? And the most practical thing that they have done, which I think is a really good decision, not the ones that are sitting online complaining all the time about women, but ones who have actually gone and implemented this, is for them to just get up, go and do everything else in their life and just cut women off. Like, that's actually, I respect that. I respect that they do that. I respect that they just go off and they just decide to live their life to the fullest. Like, there's no need for you to bash in some type of self rage, to the point where you go out and start killing random people. Like, because at the end of the day, what do you think is gonna happen? Like, other incels will smirk with you and then they'll just do the same thing and then they're just gonna end up dead too. Like, so just, deal with your rage, go to therapy and do all that stuff, and then just go MGTOW. Like, seriously, I don't like majority of women, like, they're not gonna have an issue with that. And the other thing about this too is that these dudes are upset that you have like Instagram models and women who are like out here and they're getting all this money from men, but it's just like, look, the oldest profession in the world is in the sex industry. It's prostitution. Who created that industry? Men did. Men wanted it. So if you're out here and you're following women who suit the sex industry and they're doing what they do and they're fulfilling your needs, first off, wouldn't you be happy if that's the case? Like you literally just have your ideal woman or whatever there all the time if you want to, and all you have to do is pay a couple of dollars to see her. Like that, the sex industry was basically created to serve a whole bunch of men because men wanted it that badly. So you are going to go and get rid of all the women who you idealize, and then what? You don't want normal women. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? Let's say that you get rid of all the Instagram hotties, the people who are really with bad bodies, really curvy, all these other things. You get rid of all of them, and then what? You literally just destroyed what you desired, essentially. And when you're taking out your rage on the women who are actually the women who are probably the most accommodating to you, to be quite honest, right? The women who are probably servicing you the most in your life, to be quite honest, and you get mad at them, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. What you need to do, if you're so mad at the sex industry and women being hot, like thoughts and all these other BS, is you need to go and talk to other men, and you need to figure out with other men how it is that you're going to stop paying for the sex industry, how it is that you're going to control or like get rid of so much of the desire for the sex industry. Again, it's men that want it. Obviously you want it as an incel, otherwise you wouldn't be stalking these women all the time and following them like so much, you know? So it's just like, it doesn't serve you either way to either get rid of these women, and it doesn't serve you to put your rage out on these women because the sex industry is driven by men. Women didn't ask for it. And those women are literally the women who you talk about submissive and accommodating to men and all these other things. How is those women are probably the most accommodating to the most men. You're probably going to meet the most friendly personalities in the sex industry because they know how to talk to their clients. So that is your woman. Those are your ideal women. And so when you're out here and you're getting mad that they're doing exactly what you wanted, what you idolized, what you desired most in a woman, look the way that you wanted women to look, then you are literally just shooting yourself in the foot. And also, these were like reactions, right? If we're going to reverse it in the way that, like in a woman's world, right? Let's say that a woman goes, knows a guy, what is it? She's not like onto game or anything like that. She's young and all these other things. She thinks she's dating this guy and they're in a long-term relationship, and then she finds out that he only used her for sex. How many women do you know are going to go out there, get really, really upset, and then kill the guy? And that occurrence happens much more than what these incels are claiming, where this girl apparently tricked on them and used them from, like, a woman, an Instagram hottie at that level, her main clients are going to be celebrities. It's going to be men in Dubai and like UAE who want to keep it on the down low and fly her out for a couple. Those are her clients because they have the most money. And when you're getting mad that other men have more money than you, and you're just like, oh, all women are shallow and all these other things because they only want men for their money, well, then you have nothing to say when you see a woman who has a really curvy body, a really big butt, and all the things that you really want in a woman, and you have nothing to say when a woman calls you shallow and drags you for it. Okay? So this is just all ridiculous. Like, I'm just gonna be really honest with you. If you're an incel and you're at a point where you're just so strenuous and upset and all these, go make towel. Just go make towel. Like, honestly, you will be live your life in solidarity for yourself. You don't have to concern yourself with women. and you can go and like excel in all the other areas of your life, man. Like you don't need to concern yourself with this, because what this kind of nonsense going on here, where you're killing random women for an industry and a thing that you desire, that you created, that you made, that you talk to other men about, that you constantly brag to other men about, that you focus on all the time, you do realize that you're just destroying yourself, right? So yeah.
Thank you so much, At. You always bring the facts and what's going on. If somebody asks what's an incel, it's a person who can't get sex or can't get pretty women, so he takes it out on women by like either killing or abusing or just being crazy. That's what that is. Just y'all smash the like button. At, like I did you see this post? Let me just show you about this woman who was tased by giving just because she opened the door and gave flowers. Did you see that?
Oh my gosh, no.
Hold on, wait. Let me just show you. People just think that is. But this guy, legitly, and Little Duval posted this. I think that he was like being kind of funny a little bit. But yeah, this man randomly came out, pretended to give this woman flowers while her children was in the house and tased her. Good thing she was able to get away, but we
Oh my gosh. See what I'm talking about? Like, what? Isn't this a waste of your time as a man? Like, seriously, don't you have other things that you want to do with your life? Like, outside of women? Because women do. That's why, what is it? Men always talk about how there's the 50% divorce rate and 80% of women start divorces. Half of those women, I'm gonna be really honest, is because they cannot stand your ass because they realize that you tricked them enough to make them think that you actually had something going on for yourself and you didn't. And then the other half realized, oh, I like myself too much, and honestly, I can't be with this dude. Like he's too annoying on me all the time. Like he's and not annoying and on me on the time all the time in a way that's like actually like romantic and fun, and you both of you are exploring things and all these other things. You are just stalkerish, creepy, have nothing going for yourself as an individual, and then like all these other weird things. Like women have this in them. That's why you see them just like, oh, this is not working out for me. Okay, well, peace. Live your life. I'm gonna be out here living on my own with my girls, painting my nails, taking my vacation. Like you don't need to be going out here tasing random women or women that you find attractive. Like the hell? If women went out here and started killing men who make a whole bunch of money and are super attracted to them and who they wanted to date, like the amount of illogical rage that comes from men and people say that they're like the logical ones is absolutely insane to me. You don't see this happening nearly as much in women as you do in men. Like you just don't.
yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate you for that. I mean, like at this point, like I really, whew, it's a lot, right? And sometimes I just like sit and I see these stories because I like to see like like in what spaces these are in. I'm like a freaking FBI agent to see like where is this going on, and of course it's in a lot of places that are in poverty, and I know a lot of people can't leave out of those spaces, especially younger women. But ladies, just really be careful and make sure that you take care of yourself. And like the other rest of the stuff that I kind of want to talk about is when it comes down to these situations, I'll do it on Patreon because people get real sensitive and they're like, "Oh, I don't want to do that," and I still want to fight and all this other stuff. And I don't want to, do certain things just for protection. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I'm like trying to like. I don't know what happened to this. My letters. I'm trying to type something in the chat, and I can't do both. Let me just. So. Yep, but these men are. I mean, it's in the music, right? It's in the music. It's and you know. What scares me a lot about it is that the majority of people who listen to this dangerous music that is targeted against Black women, you know, are different races of men. So we basically give them a space to think that, like, you know, when you want to come out and you want to destroy, you want to take out your anger and you want to get away with it, you should do it with it to melanated women. And it is very true. Like it was very telling when I went, Nova, I'm trying to bring you up, but it says your device is not connected. When I tried to bring up the, sorry, crap, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, when I was speaking, when I saw that video of that guy basically giving people permission, I was like, oh, this is very real, and this is why, and you know, Black women are targeted twice. They're targeted from men and of all spaces because there's no layer of protection there. There's nobody who's going to cry in the media. There's nobody who is going to, you know, just believe even though when the woman is dead without guessing what really happened or trying to figure out, oh, what is this and what's really going on and how is this how is this what did the Black woman do? She's dead. It doesn't matter what she did. I don't give a damn if Mercedes was our escort prostitute or she was a Republican. That gives no right. Men need to keep their fucking hands to themselves, and that's on that. Keep your hands to yourself.
Absolutely.
Hold on. This person says, what happens to a rapist when they get to prison? Who does it stop? I'm sorry your father left, but y'all gotta raise better sons. 50% of us don't got kids. Stop sleeping with thugs. Well, I'm sorry that you're coming over here with that panel, but the types of women that you know, are on my platform, they don't have kids with thugs.
Well, then my question to him though is just like, here's the thing. If you see this going on and you know men, like, let's be really honest here, you know men do this. Do you just decide to cut the conversation early when they're around? Why are you not checking them on your own as a man? I'm asking you that first before you go and you start asking these questions about rape. What are you doing as a man so that women are not out here having to complain and separate themselves from you and looking at you with disdain? When you can give me an answer to that, and when you actually practice that in your life, then you can move forward with asking these kinds of questions. Because as far as I'm concerned, there's no proof of Black men as a collective or men as a collective taking responsibility and checking on the other men for those kinds of behaviors and those kinds of thought processes. You can have 10 of them and then only have like 2 who are messed up in the head like that, and they'll still let it slide. Whose responsibility is that to check?
And also to say, like, I mean, you worried about that, but you know, that's a big part on why Black men in general are not allowed to get in other spaces because that's how the world sees you. It's not only Black women. It's not. That's how the world sees you because they see the things that are going on in the community. They see that men are not doing anything about it. So why would they want you around their women? I mean, fuck it. You can't even protect your own. So why would they want you around their community and their children? And that's really how they think. Go ahead, Nova. You have the floor.
Hey Aya, hey everyone.
Hey Nova.
Hey babes. It's nice to hear your videos your content. I really have been enjoying them. Especially the one I think I had commented before with the I think it was Asian dating. I don't know, it just made me like, I don't know, it made me really excited. But I wanted to say something. Pardon me, I'm over here eating candy. Whew, this time. One thing I've noticed is that a lot of these individuals, right, they think that we're their property. And I've always said it time and time again. Even if this woman was in that type of industry, she was and she didn't know this man, right? But even if she was in that type of industry, that still didn't give anyone the right to take her life from her, right? And that industry is the escorting is a service, and people pay for that service. So I don't know what is the big deal, why a lot of people are making big deals about it, especially these men. But then again, you do know why, because they don't have access to these type of women, and they don't have, how would I say, like, the finances for that. Trust and believe, if they did, they would try to do it. So who are you to try to tell a woman what to do? You're not paying her bills. And I've seen that a lot of the times where they'll try to tell a woman, okay, don't do this, but are you writing this woman a check for all her expenses and the way she lives her lifestyle? Another thing too I wanted to say was, I've noticed, like, they always bring that up where they say, oh, she was in that industry, so she was killed. Yeah, can we count the countless times a woman was killed? She wasn't even in that type of industry. Like in Florida, there was a woman. I don't know if you guys heard of her. It was like about, I think, 3 years ago or 2 years. No, it had to be 3 years ago. This woman was an entrepreneur. She was a good, she was a Christian. She always talked about how, she got out of poverty, and she was making six figures for herself, and she wanted to help others make six figures, on her Facebook post. And who killed her? Her boyfriend killed her. And then he was in a strip club like the next day or the same day he killed her. So it's like, no matter what you do, you're still going to be blamed for your murder, right? You're still gonna be blamed. It's like no sympathy. There's always something. So I feel like, I said, we should be looking out for ourselves, ladies. Like, I know, a lot of us are, in that whole journey where we're not even worried about them, but just really be aware. It's getting darker. It's fall now, so it's getting darker sooner. Just be aware of your surroundings and be careful. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, and like that's what a conversations is just like, ugh, like here we go. But it's just like, damn, like the fact that we still don't understand 1+1 is 2, and I'm talking about us as men, really not to the women. It's just kind of like concerning to me. Um, But you could continue to blame the women. That's fine. But the women are going to continue to do what they're going to do. And there's a huge awakening of women that are coming soon. Daily it keeps happening. I see the YouTube channel growing. Y'all continue to share. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and like it. I see a lot of women, a new woman following, like Paris Milan, Mahogany Pink, Mocha Mami, Call Me Coco, AT. I'm going to force you to make a YouTube channel. Um, I know you're super busy, but your AT needs a channel soon too, so that she can speak, because AT is very elegant and she says a lot of things. What you heard today was just the beginning. So I'm going to talk to AT, get her a YouTube channel, because there does need to be an outlet where women could come speak to these types of women, so that we're not just all hearing it all from people who we're not supposed to be speaking to, like a Kevin Samuels, right? Um, Divested Zillette, it's a one stop. There's a whole lot of women in here who are doing it. And it's beautiful to just see it happening. All the channels are growing. So somebody's listening. And just because people are quiet, that doesn't mean it's happening. And many men and some some women can't handle rejection. Well, that's fine. Don't just I'm gonna see if I can get Mahogany Pink on the channel. um the funny thing about it for me is, keep your hands to yourself. That's it, man or woman. Keep your hands to yourself. That's all you have to do. And or freaking masturbate. Like, go home, and I would rather you go home as a man and masturbate than go and attack a woman. It's okay to fantasize. Go home and do that. You don't need to like pull a woman into a house or pull a woman to an apartment or like try to rob her or like sexually abuse her just because you don't have access. There's a whole bunch of toys that you can, I mean, fuck, I mean, I've never experienced a vagina before, but I've heard that there's like toys that actually feel like a vagina, and you can just use that for forever. Just you could just use that, could be your own special toy. But you still continue to and that's like, even they have like, I think they have sex dolls too. Like they have sex dolls that legitly look like your partner, or they have like vagina moldings that are like your favorite porn star, and you should use that.
Absolutely. Also, ladies, just another plug for, what Locked Honey Princess loves to talk about, Mocha Mommy too.
Oh yeah,
Get your
I mean, my princess, love her.
education. Get your education and get it in something that, where you're going to have really good skills that will make you like good money. Not talking about 30,000 a year kind of skills. No shade to people who make 30,000, but it's not enough to live in this world anymore, especially as things are getting more expensive, and we need to be able to keep up with those costs. So again, ladies, get your education in that, like STEM and like accounting, like a nursing, like medical fields. Like go and literally look at careers that have the highest paying job, like jobs out of college. See if like you're interested in doing those, if you can do that kind of job. The investments that you can take, because I understand not everybody wants to be an engineer or like really wants to deal with all the math classes that come with that, but there are other alternatives that come to that still pay really, really well. So before you, like, this is something I just want to make a plug for Black women in general. Before you even go and start thinking about social work and education and psychology and sociology and all these things, look at how much money people make when they graduate on average, especially if they don't have any connections. And then I think that's going to be enough to deter you from it. No hate towards those fields, no hate towards people that love it. I love, psychology and sociology on my own time, but follow the money and your life is just a lot easier. That's what I did, and I had no regrets. And 90% of the people that did that will have no regrets.
Somebody fell off. I just dropped the link back in the chat if you want to come out. Sorry about that, but yeah, you definitely need to get up and get. I must get. I hope you get a channel. I'm gonna talk to you about that. You need to email me, AT.
I don't know if I can do a channel on my own.
You can do it. You definitely can. You can talk about whatever you want to. Let me see if the next person comes up. If anybody wanted to come up and speak, that is fine. Y'all, the Patreon, the first video will be done by the end of Friday. I'll be doing one video a week. There will be like really, really long videos. I don't have a website yet.
Okay, I was gonna ask about that too. So you don't have a website, right? Yet for the Patreon?
No, the website is there.
Oh, for the Patreon?
Yeah, I just put it in. I just put it in there.
I've been behind. Okay, I'll go ahead and click on that.
Okay, go ahead. Hi, Kay.
Hello.
Hey, how are you? You have the floor.
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing
Can you
good.
hear me?
Yes, you sound amazing.
I'm doing good. I
Yeah, you
have a lag.
Oh, go ahead. You have the floor. Can you hear me,
Okay.
Kay? Yeah, go
Yes,
ahead.
I can hear you, and I'm just going to continue to talk because like I said, I have a lag. And I've never been on StreamYard before. I am proud of all you educated ladies. Very much so. I'm a Generation X, and my daughter is one of you guys. And it was off my hard work that she got there in a blue collar field because I'm a truck driver, and I know we get talked about. So I'm just going to go from here. It doesn't matter where you are in life with your education. These Black men are after you. We already know we had a bank executive that was killed, and they'll kill her, and they'll kill down to the lowliest prostitute. We need to be protected by our own selves. It's time for you ladies to start getting your CWs and start carrying weapons because they are killing us. I've had two nieces that were killed by black men. One was killed accidentally, and the other was killed by my nephew that had two kids by her. Money is not going to save you. I live in Atlanta. Buckhead and all those high end income places are getting broken into now. And as black women, we gonna have to strap up and stay together. I don't care what you do. And we already know it's some women that we can't hook up with, but you need to put that into perspective too. Because every time I come to one of these platforms, it's talking about money, money, money. They don't care how much money you. The more money you got, the bigger target you are. You have to stay strapped. They talking about defunding the police. There's no protection out here. And I'm so serious about that. And my generation did allow that music that came in, that what do you call that, rap, what they call that rap stuff, gangster rap. We allowed that gangster rap to come in, and I hope you guys forgive us for that, because that was the detriment to us black women, and I apologize for that. And more Generation X women need to stand up and say that this shit is wrong, because we left women as a target. And I'm done. Okay, bye.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Okay,
can.
cool. No, I just kind of wanted to say, like, she was really right. Like, we specifically, and this is why I'm going to have the guy who comes and talks about protection and guns. He's going to come on this platform. I'm not going to make it a Patreon thing because that's stupid as fuck. Because I want all black women to hear about, no matter if you like me or not. I want you to hear about getting protected, because I want all black women to protect themselves. I want you to, like, listen, they're so, like, the child, I'm telling you, once y'all need to go to the range, go hunting. If y'all have boyfriends who like y'all, let them take y'all hunting. Okay, y'all will have so much fun. I'm telling you, especially if you have a lot of pent in energy, and you start, like, you really, like, I don't know. It's just a release, and you would love it. And you feel more comfortable as you do it. And even if you, like, shoot in at, like, you having target practice, it's beautiful. So, so yeah, Jackie said, but yeah, because a lot of people are living with boyfriends who don't like them, or have boyfriends that don't like them, and they just stick around. I don't know why people continue to do that, but yeah, just make sure you protect yourself. Get your license. Get a rifle. I mean, blow a motherfucker's head off if he tries to come at your ass. Bow! Like, blow it off, and I bet you nobody come in the house ever again. Okay? And I have to say that. Like, I know that it's a lot of more black women getting licenses, but also there's a lot more criminals that are coming out. So get that strap. learn about it. There's YouTubers that I'm going to have come on to speak about these things, and make sure that you are really listening to what people are saying, because it's getting real out here. Watch your surroundings. Yeah, we're going to talk more about that. In where are we going to talk about it at? Yeah, we're going to talk about strategy, and how sometimes you're going to have to go outside at night. I mean, you can't be no stay at home body. So yeah, that's all I gotta say on this live stream, y'all. I put the Patreon out there. If you want to support there, go ahead. The next video, the first video will be um by Friday. Just make sure you like this video before you head out. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you live your best life. Get outside. There's a game on every Sunday. Get to sometimes you need friends. Hello. You want to call on that friend that live not too far from you, who can get there while the cops is taking too long, because a lot of y'all live in them neighborhoods where the cops get too long. Get you a man who got him a gun license and tell him to come on over and protect you, because that's what you're going to have to do. Sky Griff says there's close to 100,000 Black women and girls missing last year during a whole pandemic period. And don't be afraid to talk about, like, post that you at that shooter range, bow, like, post it. So if you got a stalker or something out there, let them know what you finna out here be doing. Start putting that, that on your door too. Do have guns. Will shoot your ass right on the door. Put rat-tat-tat-tat on the door, or put a picture of you bust with your guns. Bow, right? Boom. That's a great conversation to have. You shooter on all platforms that your work don't know about, your job don't know about. Y'all saw me on Clubhouse the other day. I had to post my favorite shotgun, my baby. My first gun my pawpaw bought me when I got old. I think, how old was I when I got that shotgun? How old was I? I don't even fucking know. I think I was like 22, and I got that from 22. No, it was 22 or 20. I think it was 24. 24. 24. Boom. Posted that bad boy. I love that. And the two rifles that I do have, I am going to go take, because they are jammed. And for some reason I can't unjam them, but I'm taking them to the gun shop. I think it's probably next weekend. But that was the best purchase ever. My daddy sure know how to choose a gun. Lightweight. I'm shooting right through the mother door. Period. Ra-ta-ta-ta. But y'all have a good night. Y'all make sure that y'all subscribe to the page. Thank you for the support. I'm definitely going to be live tomorrow talking about the Gabby situation and the power of white women. I know I'm saying I keep doing that, but I'm going to switch it off. I want to know how I'm going to go with that, because I don't want it to be an attack. Thank y'all. Bye. Love y'all so much. Thank you for supporting the page. Make sure y'all subscribe. Follow me on Clubhouse. I mean, I got my gun. I want y'all to get one. I want us to have a celebration, a gun tea party. A gun tea party. Let's do it. I want to be able to share more stories where where Black women protected themselves. The news article say, right in Miami-Dade, Black woman blows the head off her man who tried to rape her. I mean, Diane, I see his guts on the floor, but I see his brains smeared all over the damn sidewalk, Diane. It's a messy moment. And then I don't want to hear no neighbors crying. I want to hear the lady coming and, he just came into my house and I just shot his ass, Diane. You should have fucking saw me. I was like, boom. Bow, Diane. I shot his shit right off, Diane. I couldn't help myself. Diane, it was a lot, but thank you so much, Diane. I really had to take a shower. It was a lot. Diane, get my good side. Get my good side, Diane. Yes, Diane. I blew his fucking head off. That's what it should be. It shouldn't be no woman crying. And Diane, I'll do it again if I have to, Diane. Oh, send another one, Diane. I'm gonna blow its fucking head off. But thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night.